We'll start with Chip. Chip has Drew Brees. I don't think anybody would argue against Drew Brees getting in the Hall of Fame.
You need mine?
Tom, who you got? Go ahead. Drew Brees.
My man. Thank you, Tom.
Will.
Larry Fitzgerald.
That's not a bad choice.
I wrote down the one that's been on there the longest, the oldest man in there.
I knew you were going to go with.
It's a shame they haven't put him in there. You don't know what they're waiting on.
Yep.
Darren Woodson.
One of the most underrated and one of the
best defensive safeties
of all time.
Not named Rod Woodson, the best defensive safety of the 90s. Three Hall of Fames. Three Super Bowls.
This is a good group.
Yeah, I mean, Frank Gore for his longevity, man.
Yeah.
And mine was not I don't think he deserves it over Breeze. I know Breeze is getting in. Mine is he deserves to be in first and foremost based on he's been on that list longer than anybody else. And it's ridiculous that he's not in.
And I'll go one further. I would say he is the best safety of the 90s. Because Woodson, the early part of the 90s, the mid part when he was with the Steelers, he was a corner.
Well, there was another safety I was thinking about. Ronnie Lott crossed over.
But he's more
like
80s.
Tim.
He's more
right.
80s.
He could have been, but three Super Bowls and
Ronnie Lott was a dog.
Steve Atwater would be another choice.
Atwater was a dog.
For years, I've said you can't name a defense and the one of the safeties be a stud. Like every defense, you go through them. Polamalu, Ed Reed, every single one of those great defenses you go through there. The Patriots guys moved Harrison back there.
Yeah, Rodney Harrison.
It just need a good your quarterback of the defense back there at safety.
That strong safety had to be able to be in coverage, but also be the eighth man in the box and be able to stop there. He was the last line of defense against the run. And every guy you just mentioned, Polamalu, Ed Reed, Atwater, Woodson, who was the other one we just said?
Deion won one Super Bowl.
Yep,
with the Cowboys. Well, so that's what people forget. He won one with the Cowboys.
One with the Cowboys.
With the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Woodson was there for all three.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith was the other corner, but that one right there, he was the one that was. Charles Haley wasn't there for all. So he was there for the one Super Bowl. Like he wasn't there for all of them. So like it's that man was sitting there for all of them. We got rid of Ken Norton. We shoot him out the door. I sent him to San Francisco. It was a bad.
And he won one with San Francisco.
We should have won 5 or 6 if it wasn't for Jerry Jones meddling. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna let Tom.
When did Jerry Jones buy the team?
Like 87, 88. Then he fired Landry, and we had 2 quarterbacks, Steve Walsh and Troy Aikman, at the same time. Tom, who would you? Besides, I'll give you guys our automatic Breeze. I'll let you both replace him with one more because Breeze will be automatic in there. Who else do you think deserves to be in there and would be a shame in 10 years if they weren't?
Well, I'm not going to put a kicker in the Hall of Fame. I guess because I'm sort of like I appreciate what he did and for so long, and he was good at it for so long. Would be Frank Gore. You know what I mean? He was so good for so long.
Now here's
I agree.
Here's the funny thing on the Gore thing. If you're comparing him to someone, a good comparison to him in the NFL is actually someone else on that list, but a different position. Jason Witten.
I was going to say,
he's not the flashiest. He's not the best.
Jason Witten was a walking first down. Like
correct.
He always ended up at the first down marker. He always knew what the first down marker was. And all of a sudden, it was like, how are you not covering this dude? He was never going to break away and run away from somebody. Now he'll run somebody over.
He was like Jay Novacek or Brent Jones or Shannon Sharp. He was that safety net.
All-time receiving leaders, he's 4th.
Yeah.
All time. Most catches in NFL history behind Jerry Rice 1, Larry Fitzgerald 2, who Will said. Tony
definitely
Gonzalez,
deserves to be in. Yeah.
Then Jason Witten. Marvin Harris is on that list. He might have shot someone. I don't know about voting for him. But everyone else.
Are we voting for life decisions or football play?
Well, Barry Bonds, other people, some people ain't in. Let me think somebody who ain't in NFL because of who they are. Who's the NFL done that one to? They did it. Well, they kept T.O. out for at least 1 year. I know they didn't keep him out for forever.
Michael Vick would be eligible, wouldn't he? Would he have?
Well, he's not a finalist. These are the actual. These are already actually had votes on. So just Will, you talk about how Witten got open. He ran the Y butt route. That's all they did. Run straight at the guy guarding you. Which way he turns, you go towards his butt, and you're wide open. If he turns, it's the butt route. So watching Jason Witten highlight, that's what they did.
I remember playing, watching him play Green Bay, and when I was like, geez, somebody just covered this guy. Every time you get close to, getting ready to run away with it, he come up with a first down. Like, it was just.
So that's how I describe Emmitt Smith to people who never saw Emmitt Smith play. And Terry used to talk about it. If we needed 7 yards, he got 8.
Yeah.
If he needed 3, we got 4. Like, whatever the first down. Like, I wish they kept up with first downs on some of the. I think you can go back and they've gone back and counted them. But just the first down, the guys that get the first downs don't get enough credit because they're the ones that like keep the game moving, the tight ends and everything.
Play for a long time.
All right, who's y'all's replacements?
I actually put chose if I had my second choice to be Torrey Holt.
Torrey Holt.
Torrey was good too, man.
And one,
he was good.
Well, there's 3 guys there that I thought, and Woodson's a good choice. Obviously, Kinkley's one you got to consider, but Holt, Fitzgerald, and then he didn't get any respect because he's not a stat guy. People don't realize how good Willie Anderson was, and he was with the Bengals when they weren't necessarily a playoff team.
I said that top row.
Yeah.
That top row, all of them was tough.
I mean, even I know you guys are passing on Eli Manning, but he does have 2 championships.
Well, that was my question. Is like
he does have 2 championships.
I think you should see
got more than Drew Brees.
I think
it's Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah,
that word is very important. You can't tell the story of the NFL without telling Eli Manning.
That's a fair point.
Eli Manning is definitely one that.
Well, they've got other. Is it Plunkett? Well, there's another guy that's got 2 Super Bowls that's not in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, it's just so many. It's just kind of weird because he had some really bad years too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but he
didn't finish up.
But he
best.
arguably had the best story in football in a long time when they beat that undefeated Patriots team. I mean, it is kind of weird with Eli, isn't it? Because
if Joe Namath is in the Hall of Fame, Eli needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
I'm not saying that Eli doesn't need to be in there. I would probably rank those others up.
The sad thing is, if Joe Namath had the modern medical, then you
can say that about a lot of guys. I was thinking about that.
Because he tore his knee up in college, Chip. He tore it up in college.
If he loses that game, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
No,
I think that's probably fair.
No.
Yep.
But remember, they had the surgery on it when he was in college.
Yeah.
And, because before that knee injury, he could really run. You know what I mean? And if they could have fixed the knees like they fix them today, good Lord knows what Joe Namath could have done. But people had a lot of respect for him. It's kind of funny. Even later in his career, they wouldn't really tackle him like they showed. Like they would just kind of take him to the ground. And that's back in the day where they lived to take people's heads off.
Right.
Right. So you think about some of those guys way back in the day. What could they have done if they could fix knees and shoulders and things like they can today? But I guess I'm digressing a little bit.
Here's the records of NFL teams if they flipped from all their 1-game scores or 1-score games. If they flipped to the opposite result,
yep.
Chiefs would be 13-3.
Wow,
yep. That's what killed
Colts 11-5, Ravens 10-6, Bills 9-7, Texans 10-6. In the NFC, the Rams, Lions, Giants would be third best. It would be 9-7 in the playoffs. Bucks would be 8-8, the same as that. Packers, of course, you'd still have that tie, so you can't flip that.
Nothing changed about it.
Nothing changed about your little tie.
Your cute little tie.
This is it, right? This is the last regular season game this week.
This week.
Yep.
You got to go in and watch this. I can't play it over on air. I think there was probably one good cuss word that he dropped in there, but this was Warren Sapp talking on Cam Newton's podcast, and Cam was calling Brad a game manager, and he's like, "Don't call my champion, you're a game manager." And then he called Cam out.
He won more championships than you did.
Well, he called Cam out about not diving on that fumble in the Super Bowl, and
you had a ball right in front of you.
Get
him, Warren.
And in that game, you had a ball right in front of you, and you didn't stick your nose to go back and get it after it came out your hand. Right. What part of it my quarterback didn't change about the game? Why I call you a glorified running back? Because you attacking these guys? I'm not attacking them. That wasn't how it was intended.
So he was coming back at Cam about calling him a game manager. and win the Super Bowl. I don't know if Cam ever saw him throw in Minnesota. He did sling it around pretty good. But Brad Johnson is the holder of the longest neck in NFL history.
It's pretty
But
cool.
that clip is pretty good. He went on it. Him and Sap went on and they explained. Sap got the meaning of game change. Everybody take game manager and game changer. Two different styles of play, but neither one is better than the other. They're both needed in the sport, and I hate when people get mad.
Well, you know, game manager means you don't throw a big pick six, right? You know what I mean? You don't.
Right.
You get out of bad plays and you turn a pick six into a 5-yard run. You know what I mean? You know, it's because you read the defense.
The game managers are supposed to be don't lose because of you.
Yeah. Right.
Or in the game, whatever
they don't
change, they're
make
supposed to be I'll win because of
it.
they
don't make mistakes.
A game manager is a backhanded compliment.
So you know,
it's not a backhanded compliment.
Most time,
look, you can say it about Troy Aikman.
Most time when it's used,
Troy won 3, Terry Bradshaw won 3. You can say it about both of those. You see their defenses and other stars may have carried them. Yeah. But like if Troy don't throw interceptions, Emmett's going to destroy you. Like
exactly.
That's the thing. Like,
if you manage the game well, that's not a backhand. If you take it as a backhand, compliment.
I'm saying when most people use it, they use it as a backhand.
I can't remember the number. I think Dallas had like 7 plays.
Yeah.
And won the Super Bowl. So
Troy
was like
a take my Super Bowl.
Right.
Streak.
Well, on first down, we either dumped it to Novacek or a comebacker. They like to throw on first down, or throw a comeback or a slant to Irvin or the whoever was on the other side.
After Irvin pushed off, yeah.
Yeah. Second down was Emmett time, and then they already had another first down.
You know it's true. Will.
It is
After
true.
He pushed off every
Lord of the push off.
And Alvin Harper going deep.
If the defender
is absolutely the reason why they start calling when your arm get extended, they start calling offensive pass interference.
Yeah, if the DBs would quit holding, he would.
Oh my Lord!
Pushed off every play.
Well, Tom, when people's holding, what are you supposed to do? They didn't allow. See, back then, Tom, if you remember, there was no illegal touching downfield defense. Like until the ball was in the air.
5-yard zone's been there for a long time.
It wasn't there then. Like you could.
It's been there since football began.
When I was playing high school and watching them,
high school rules different though.
Hold on, when I was watching them in high school and everything else, I remember when I was playing and stuff growing up, balls in the air, you could touch the receiver until the ball was released. That was the pass interference rule.
That's high school though. That's not.
It was back then too, but you go all the way down the field hand fighting, and when the ball is released, that's when you call pass interference. But either way, that's what you had to do. That's in the Patriots they were killing Marvin Harrison, and Reggie Wayne wasn't big enough to fight off the mean old Patriots, and so they had Peyton Manning's daddy write a letter.
The 5-yard rule is 1978.
There you go.
I think Michael Irvin played after 1978.
Twice.
He said twice. He played twice at the 1978. He played twice since 1978.
He did one. He did 2 times.
I'm just saying that rule because I can remember that rule forever. But in college, that's why I remember the NFL strike. I can't remember what year they went on strike, and they used college refs. And the wide receivers were losing their mind because they were letting all that contact go downfield, because in college you can do that till the ball's in the air. You can't hold him, but you can impede him, So that's why they were all those NFL wide receivers. Of course, they're all diva crybabies anyway, but they didn't like being dogged all the way down the field. I like it. I say let those guys fight all the way down the field till the ball's in the air.
I remember watching, and again, growing up as a 49ers fan, the NFC Championship, and those years in the early mid-90s where the Niners and the Cowboys were always in the NFC Championship. And the year that the Niners got Dion from the Falcons. And so it was him and Irvin the whole game, one-on-one. And at the end of the game, it was a pretty important play. The Niners were up by a score. Dallas is driving, and Aikman tries to go deep to Irvin. Well, it looks like he overthrows Irvin. Well, then they go back to the replay, and you see Dion just holding his hands out, keeping Irvin from being able to go. Barry Switzer's losing his mind, and they didn't call anything on it. And I was like, good call, ref. Way to keep flagging, bud.
Get my videos to work over here. NFL. I think I'm about out of fun tweets for that. We've got to do our bad picks when we come back and predict what else is going on this weekend. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Did y'all pick y'all's national champion? Write that down. I said Miami over. Make sure you pick the
national
winners.
champion.
Yeah, so
okay.
Put a check next to Miami for me.
Okay.
Who did you guys have winning y'all's national championship?
I said the winner of Indiana Oregon would win the national championship, and I picked Indiana, so I've got Indiana as the national champion.
That's what I have.
Indiana.
Yes, sir.
Will, you've got Ole Miss and Oregon in the national championship right now. You picked Ole Miss to beat Miami, and you got Oregon.
I think Ole Miss wins.
Okay, that would be a great story. I would love that. That would be such a good story. And I have you listen to you talk about Kip the next week when we come in the show.
All right, when we come back,
Boy, your name Lane.
We come back. We're gonna do bad picks and more. Hopefully, I'll get up my
preseason picks too. Don't forget those.
Yeah, we gotta go over our preseason picks. Ooh, yeah, we gotta do that. KDCBroadcasting.com.
Performance meets power at Boyd Tire and Appliance and Boyd Lawn and Garden in Clover. See the new John Deere mowers, the Gravely mowers, and the Aaron's mowers. Ask about 0% finance for up to 36 months, plus a full line of Steel and Echo trimmers. Keep your lawn looking sharp with a stop in at Boyd Tire and Appliance and Boyd Lawn and Garden at 110 North Main Street in